Hi, this is Jacob with PCTechGuide.com, and today we're going to be talking about how to manually remove Bestadblocker from your computer. And Bestadblocker will give you such things as this alert, along with multiple ads. So if I were to go to a blank website, you'll see in a second I'm going to close this message down, get some kind of BS message such as this, as well as constantly being asked to download other products, basically more adware onto the computer. Now, you do have multiple choices, and I'll go through here. Probably the easiest one that you can absolutely do is going to be just to do a system restore. And doing a system restore basically sets your computer back a few days. So I'm here on Windows 7. I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to type in system restore, and then up atop, here we're going to see system restore. It's a little bit above where you guys are at, so I'll just redo that real quick. System restore, and there's system restore for you, and you can just go through system restore. Basically take you back a few days. So I was infected. Well, I just infected this computer just now. I can go back, on 7/13 or show more. Restore points and go back however far I need. I do recommend you go back 2 to 3 days before when you started having the problem, see if that doesn't resolve it. That's probably the easiest way to get rid of this threat. For those who like the manual portion of it, we can go ahead and let me hit cancel here. We're going to go up to Tools. We're going to go to Manage Add-ons. And right here under the toolbar section, we're going to see I actually installed 2 different toolbars here. And it's very, very common for multiple toolbars to be installed. It's Cut the Price and Bestadblocker. So if we look at Bestadblocker here, you're going to see that I don't have the capability of removing it there. I already went through the add remove programs, and there was nothing in there. However, there is a More Information tab. And under the More Information tab, I simply right-clicked on that, by the way. Otherwise, there's more information here. If we look at it, it's going to give you multiple things. So it's going to give you a class ID, which will be in the registry. So you can actually search this class ID in the registry to remove the actual registry entry in there. It's really not needed. It doesn't really matter that's there. The bigger one is going to be the file itself. So if we drill down to this file real quick, and then I'll do that here. So I went to the C drive program files. Let me show you guys how to do that just in case you don't know. It's super simple. I'm hitting the Windows Start button. I'm going to my computer, C drive, program files x86, and there's Bestadblocker right there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is close down Internet Explorer now that I know the location of the file. Close that all down. Yes, close tabs. I'm going to go ahead, right-click on it, and delete it. And we'll see if it does delete. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It just depends. And it'll depend on if it's actively running. So if you have another instance of Internet Explorer running, then it's not going to work for you. So right here, we see that I actually have multiple Cut the Prices installed here. So chances are this is tripping 2 or 3 things. But if I simply rename this file, I'm just going to put a 2 at the end of this, just so they won't be able to run. And then restart Internet Explorer for me. And we can surf around a bit. I shouldn't be getting any more pop-ups there. So the downside of doing it this option is if we do manage add-ons. Oh, good. They aren't showing anymore. Well, they are right here. There we go. So it's still showing in here as enabled, but I actually deleted the files, so they're actually not there anymore. So that registry entry is still going to be there, though. If you really wanted to clean it up, you can go in under regedit. And we do have multiple guides on how to edit the registry on PCTechGuide.com. I really recommend most people don't. At this point in time, what I do is I highly recommend you just run an antivirus scan. An antivirus scan should be able to easily detect both of these. If you're uncomfortable doing a system restore, uncomfortable deleting files, doing a antivirus scan and just using an antivirus software to remove it is so easy to do. It's what I recommend. I do recommend Spy Hunter. I like the program a lot. If you check out the link below in the description, we link to a guide covering the actual file names for all of this, as well as a download link for Spy Hunter. It's what I personally like to use. It's a really good cleaner. It takes up much less of a footprint, and it's not you don't get hammered to death like with a Vira or a Vast. And it doesn't use up nearly as much system resources as something like Trend Micro or even Norton does nowadays. That's it for this guide. Really nice and easy. It's not hard to remove this threat. Like I said, hey, doing that system restore is probably the quickest and the best way.